back to the distributors or to the manufacturers. Simply whenever the customers is returning a product, the kind of logistic used there, so that we call it as a reverse logistic. The government, in order to protect both the environment and the customers or the consumers, the government itself made certain laws and rules relating to the product. So in the e-commerce platform, the use of AI, it will enhance the customer's visibility, customer's experience, and also the customer's satisfactions. Hello dear student, welcome to the session. My name is Krupa MT, faculty in the Department of Commerce, Vidyashram First Grade College, the Temple of Excellence, Mysuru. So we are discussing logistics and supply chain management of 4th semester BBA. So we are in 3rd unit, that is the warehouse and the storage facilities. So in the previous sessions, we have seen how the couriers and express sectors and how these e-commerce are developing in the recent times. And in the today's session, we are going to discuss about what is the reverse logistic in e-commerce and what are the reasons for the development of reverse logistics, especially in the e-commerce in the today's time, and what are the future trends so in the e-commerce that we can see it in the today. So now we'll understand first what is the reverse logistic. So the logistic usually includes all the activities starting from the transportations, maybe the storage or the warehousing or the distributions. So all these we call it as the logistics. So there is a term that we call it as a reverse logistic when from the end point, that is after the sales, whatever the logistic activities that we use, so that we call it as the reverse logistic. Simply after the customers, when he buys, when he wants to return that product, the kind of logistic activities that includes there, so that we call it as a reverse logistic. So here the logistic deals with the flow of product and materials from the point of origin to the point of consumption. So we all know that the logistic, it is the dealing of the flow of production or flow of product from the point of origin, that is from the point of manufacturer, to the point of consumption, that is to the point of consumers. So all the activity, so that we call it as a logistic. So the term reverse logistic was first used in the year 1990s and then refined through the decades. So that means reverse logistic, it is used firstly during 1990s, and over the years it is developed and we have seen drastic changes in the reverse logistic. So after the 3 decades, the term is firmly entrenched in the supply chain world. So after the 3 decades, so these reverse logistic will also become a part of the supply chain management. So it means the movement of goods from a typical final destination back into the supply chain. So that means reverse logistic, it is the movement from the typical final destination. That means from the consumers back to the supply chain. So back to the supply chain means back to the distributors or to the manufacturers. Simply whenever the customers is returning a product, the kind of logistic used there, so that we call it as a reverse logistic. So the management or the process after the sale of a product involves the reverse logistic. So the management or the process that includes when after the sales, when the customers is returning, so that we call it as a reverse logistic. So the definition, the most formal definition of reverse logistic, which is given by the Reverse Logistic Executive Council, is a specialized segment of logistic focusing on the movement and the management of product and resources after the sale. So after the sale, how to manage the product when if it is returning, whether it's to go for how to handle that return, or whether to go for the recycling or to go for the reproductions. So the management of that process and after the delivery to the customers, so the entire thing that we call it as a reverse logistic. So the definition of reverse logistic is a specialized segment of logistics. So the reverse logistic is a one specialized segment or the activities of logistic where it involves the movement and the management of the product and the resources after the sale. Whenever the customer feels to return that product, how to manage that and how to move that product from the customer's place to its manufacturer, back to the manufacturer's place. So all that we call it as a reverse logistic. So next we'll see what are the reasons for the development of reverse logistic in e-commerce. So one The first reasons it is laws and rules. So that means why it has become so popular in the today's time to have a proper reverse logistic facilities with the development of e-commerce. Because with the development of e-commerce, what we can say it is there is huge competitions in the market. So one way to survive in the market for the companies is that how they can give a better services to the customers. So whenever there is a service comes to the customers, it's not just before the sales proceed. Even after the sales also, what is the kind of services that customers are getting? So that also defines a company's strategies or company's survival mode, especially in the e-commerce platform. So what are the reasons to have a special reverse logistics, especially in the e-commerce? So the one thing that we have, it is the laws and rules. So here, government wants to protect the environment and protect the consumers. So here the government, in order to protect both the environment and the customers or the consumers, the government itself made certain laws and rules relating to the product. So they make rules that online shopping website must allow customers to return the product. So that means this government, they have made certain rules where this online shopping website or the platform, they have to create or they have to allow the customers, whenever if they are returning, they have to allow for the customers to return the product to protect both the customers as well as the environment. So because of these rules, companies must create a proper reverse logistics system to handle the returns. So because of these rules and regulation, the companies, they need to have or they must have a proper return or the reverse logistic to facilitate these handling of returns. And then we have the competitions between the companies. So here business develop a strong reverse logistics to make customers happy, then improve their image and attract the more buyers. So one thing it is in the minds of customers important is that how the companies is handling their return. Suppose a customer wants to return his product. So how the services that or the company will facilitate that return. So that also defines a business strategies to survive in the market, because the business developed these strong reverse logistic. One reason to make the customers happy when the customers gets the proper services relating to the return of materials and also improve the image. So all these services that will improve the company's image and then it will attract the more buyers. So for any business to succeed, especially for the e-commerce platform in the today's world, it is very important for the business to seek the customers' satisfaction, and also it will try to improve the company's image, and that will enhance creating the more buyers. Then asymmetric information, that is lack of full information. That is why this online platform, we can see the huge or the increased number of returns in the online platform. So the one simple reason behind is that it lacks certain information, especially in the online platform, because the customers, they can't physically touch the product or see the product. So there may be chances of having a lack of information in the online purchasing on the online platform. So an online shopping or the customers cannot touch or see the real product. They only see the photos and descriptions. Sometimes the product looks different in a real life or the information is wrong. So the customers returns the product often. So we can see that there is a huge number of returns especially in the e-commerce platform, because the customers are not seeing the product physically, and they'll read the information only whatever it is given in the description. So because of that, they may get the wrong product. It may not satisfy their requirement. So at that time, the customers, they'll tend to return that product. So because of that increasing number of returns, it is important for the companies to have a proper reverse logistic in their supply chain management. So the next topic that we have, it is the future trends in e-commerce. So in the today's era where there is a huge development of e-commerce platforms, and also with the different companies or the different businesses, they are entering into the e-commerce platform. What are the recent trends or the development that we can see it in the e-commerce platform? So first one, it is the artificial intelligence or the AI. So the AI is included in every way, not only in the e-commerce platforms. In our day-to-day lives, the AI become an integral part of our life. So especially in the e-commerce platform, essential for personalization, AI will also power chatbots for the customers' retentions, analyze the data for insight, and automate the task. So in the e-commerce platform, the use of AI, it will enhance the customer's visibility, customer's experience, and also the customer's satisfactions. Overall, it will develop the company's image or the company or the overall it will develop the performance of the companies. So here AI, it is essential for personalizations to give the personalized services to the customers, and also AI will also power chatbots for the customer retentions even after the sale proceeds. So it will create a chatbots for the customers where they can provide the feedback, where they can give their experience or they can give their feedback about the product. So artificial intelligence plays a major role in the e-commerce platform. Next, we have augmented reality or the AR. So the allowing customers to visualize the product in their own space, such as trying on clothes or placing a furniture, or to reduce the purchase anxiety. So here in the common features that we can see it in the e-commerce platform, that the use of augmented reality, where the customers, they can try their product through the online platforms, or they can, for example, if they are purchasing any furniture, they can place it in their home through the visual and they can get exactly what they want to buy the product. So all these can possible by use of these AR technique, that is augmented reality. And then we have the voice search. So the optimizing the content for the voice search to cater to users who prefers hands-free searching and ordering through the smart speakers and the devices. So one development that we can see, it is the development of these voice search. So here optimizing the content for voice search to cater the users who prefers hand-free searching. Suppose who are the users, if they want to use the hand-free searches, they can use this technology where they can purchase the product or they can go for ordering product through the smart speakers and with the other devices. So that is also one of the recent trend that we can see it in the e-commerce. Then sustainability. A growing demand for eco-friendly product, a sustainable packaging and a carbon neutral shipping will influence the customer's choice. So yes, sustainability, how this technology, especially in the e-commerce, how it feels sustainable to the environment. So here, a growing demand for the eco-friendly products. So today what we can see, it is that there is a growing or the huge demand for the product which are eco-friendly, which are causing less harm to the environment. For that, in order to support that one, they have to use a certain method. So for example, the sustainable packaging, using the eco-friendly packaging, or maybe the carbon shipping. So that will influence the customer's choice. If any e-commerce platform, if they are following the sustainability, obviously that platform, it will be selected by the customers. So that means there is a growing or the huge demand for maintaining the sustainability in terms of the product, even in terms of the packaging of that product. That will attract or that will influence the customer's behavior towards that product or towards that business. So the next that we have, it is the subscription models. So the guaranteed revenue through the recurring orders for product and the services. So we can see that there is a subscription models development, a guaranteed revenue or the guaranteed income through the number of the orders. If it is increases number of orders, so there is a chances of getting the guaranteed returns or the certain amount as return. So that we can say it in the e-commerce platform. So next we have the flexible payment options. With the development of e-commerce, every day the new kind of options or the new kind of the offers that is given to the customers in order to attract the more customers towards their business. So there are different options are given to the customers. For example, the rise of buy now and pay laters, or the options to increase the conversion rates, particularly for higher priced items. So in the nowadays, with the development of number of e-commerce platform, we can see that there is a different types of the payment option that is available. One example, it is the buy now or the pay later options. So that will attract the more customers, and also that will create the more customers. So that means that will increase their conversion rate, particularly for the high priced goods, particularly for the high priced or the luxury goods. So that will create the more conversions rate for the business. So then omni-channel experience. So the seamless integrations of the online and offline experience, such as buying online and picking up in stores, are using the AI for all blended purchase journey. So that means we can see that the development of these omni-channel experience where you place an order through the online and you can get the product by visiting the stores. For example, IKEA, or maybe in the certain other stores where you can order the product from their concerned website and you can physically visit the stores and you can get the product. So that is also that we call it as the omni-channel experience, so that we can say it in the today's time, especially in the e-commerce platform. So here the seamless integration of those, so that means there is an integration of both online platforms and with the offline, so such as buying online and picking up in the stores, or using the AR, that is augmented reality, to see how the product will look and that person's, for example, a furniture is ordered, how that furniture, if it is placed in their house, how it will look, to see that they can have a real examples through the online. Overall, that will enhance the customer's satisfaction level towards the product. And then we have it as the re-commerce. So here the re-commerce, so that means the growth of the resale market, so that we can see it in the today's world with the brands either entering this space or partnering with the existing resale platforms. So there is the development of number of resale platforms where they can go for a resale of a certain product by entering to their own place or entering or joining hands with any existing business. And then we have the supply chain and the fulfillment. So there is an increased automations and technology, including AI and robotics in warehouses and delivering to speed up the buying journey. So that means today we can see there is integrations of supply chain with the technology, where there is use of these AI or with the robotics, where it is used, for example, in the warehouses, where the robots are used to pick the product or to place them or to scan the product and then go for packaging of product and then getting ready for the shipment of product. So all these activities in the today's world, that will be done through the technological advancement. So the chances are that there will be the less chances of man-made errors, and also the exact picking of the product and packing, and then they go for scheduling the shipment of the product. All these will be done through the help of technology. So these are the certain recent changes that we can see it in the e-commerce platform. So this is all about your third unit, where the storage or the warehousing and the storage facilities. So here important here, it is about the warehouses, what are the types of warehouses, and then we have the transportation. So what is transportations, and then what are the different modes of transportations that we have, and then comes to the courier and the shipping section or the shipping sectors, where the shipping it is for both the national and international sectors, and then comes the reverse logistics, especially in the e-commerce platforms. So these are all the topic that it is very important from the exam point of view. So this is all for your third unit, and we all meet in the next session. Thank you.